Audiogram.
Today on Refined, it's one of the hottest new shows on television.
It's past midnight, which means it's tomorrow, which means you're no longer my boss.
We sit down with two of the stars of the groundbreaking hit, The Good Doctor. Plus, just call her the Lego Lady.
It's nerdy and scientific and engineering and toy and fun all wrapped in one.
Meet a woman performing wonders with this timeless childhood toy. Then, the voice of Jeopardy racks up a huge honor.
We love this show. That's why I've been here all these years.
Find out why Johnny Gilbert is now in the Guinness Book of World Records. Seattle Refined starts now. Hey everybody, welcome to Seattle Refined. I'm Gard Swanson, coming to you today from Gasworks Park. Well, Monday night is living up to its reputation as must-see TV here on Como, thanks in part to one of the biggest new hits of the fall season, The Good Doctor.
I do have one question.
Yeah.
Why were you rude to me when we first met, then nicer to me the second time we met, and now you want to be my friend? Which time was it that you were pretending?
Freddie Highmore plays Dr. Sean Murphy, a surgical resident living with autism and savant syndrome. While he is a genius, his condition also makes it challenging for him to connect with his colleagues, played by Nicholas Gonzalez and Antonia Thomas.
An MRI you ordered on the guy with the ear infection? Nice call, genius.
Thank you.
I was being sarcastic.
I recently caught up with the two via satellite to get the scoop on this hot hit show. Hey guys, congrats. Now this show is a big hit right out of the gate. Can you tell me why you guys are having such a big connection with audiences, and you've only been on the air, I think, once or twice?
We have a brilliant script, you know. David Shaw is our showrunner, and he, you know, from House fame, you know, he's written a really exciting script with a central character, a doctor with autism, and I think that's a dialogue that isn't had very much on television. I think it's really exciting to have a show where we're talking about
One
that.
in 68 Americans is diagnosed with autism.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's up 30% from 1 in 88 only 2 years ago. So, I mean, if you ask about why it resonates, I think this is something that everybody is touched by it in one way or another.
Yeah.
How much have you guys learned about autism going into this? Because I know everybody's heard of the word, but a lot of people really don't know what it is. Did you guys know much about it?
Just like Sean and just like our characters are learning from each other and learning about his diagnosis, we're learning about it every week each time we get a script, and because we really delve into it. This isn't a thing about let's just set him adrift and watch a fish out of water, which I don't think that's what the story is. It can be misconstrued as that. I think what it really is learning about people, whether it's Sean, who is dealing with his autism, or it's all the rest of us dealing with our own, human issues.
I think the important thing to know and to understand about autism is that it's a huge spectrum, and Dr. Sean Murphy's particular type of autism, it will not represent everybody's out there, and I think that's something that we want to be clear about, and that's, it's Sean Murphy as a person that we're getting to know, and he happens to have autism and savant syndrome.
Well, Nicholas, in early episodes, your character, Dr. Melendez, comes off as kind of a real jerk. Is it kind of fun to play the bad guy once in a while?
Yeah, I guess it's all a matter of perspective, though, too. The way I look at it is, Neil has a very tough task of trying to teach all of these residents how to handle, life and death, and hopefully cheat it. So to him, the responsibility is huge, and the stakes are high. I think he has a lot to learn about himself as a person, and you're going to see a lot of that, I think, each week.
Yeah.
But it's a fun character to play. It really is.
And then on the flip side, Antonia, your character is one of Sean's only allies on the show. Why do you think she wants to see him succeed?
I think she's
Machiavellian and setting up for failure.
I know, I think...
Wait till later episodes, you guys will all see.
I think Claire has a huge heart, I think she, as a person, wants to connect with people, and one of the things that she sees in Sean immediately is that he's a brilliant surgeon. He deserves to be there. Just because he has autism doesn't mean that he shouldn't be there. But she can also see that because of his autism, he might find some of the politics of the hospital slightly difficult to navigate, and she therefore makes it her sort of small mission to just, I guess, as you say, to be his ally, to help him through it to help him make sense of some of those things. And through that, through her learning how to communicate with him, she learns a lot from him as well. She learns a lot about herself. One of the beautiful things about his autism is that it makes he's able to see things very clearly and see people clearly for who they are. You know, he calls out Dr. Melendez for his arrogance, and he calls out, in the first episode, you know, he calls out Claire for being fake. You know, I think we all put these walls up as people. We don't even realize that, you know, we are doing that, and he cuts right through it. And so
as we learn about Sean, you know, we're all really
we're learning about ourselves. Yeah.
Ah, cool. Well, guys, congratulations on having so much success right out of the gate.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Good Doctor airs tonight at 10 right here on Como, right after Dancing with the Stars. And speaking of Dancing with the Stars, tensions are running high as we wait to find out which celebrity hoofer will get the axe this week.
You're so excited, I can feel you getting hotter.
Last week's theme was Guilty Pleasure Night, but when all was said and done, no one was eliminated, so someone's gonna go home tonight. Tune in at 8 here on Como to find out. And if you're a fan of riveting drama, you've got to check out 10 Days in the Valley on Sunday nights on Como. It stars Kira Sedgwick as a mother trying to find her kidnapped daughter, and it's a real roller coaster. And don't miss Refined's one-on-one interview with Kira next Monday on Refined as she dishes on the show, her marriage, and what it was like to shoot singles here in Seattle a quarter century ago. Seattle Refined is just getting started.
Why is cheese so delicious? Because it is. It's cave mold, right?
Exactly.
Why do we eat this?
Our resident super eater goes on a cheesy adventure.
How fun is this? I'm playing with Lego right now.
Plus, by day, she's a suburban mother. But by night, she's Lego Lady. We'll take a look at the impressive body of work she's created one brick at a time. Welcome back to Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. Well, trends in toys seem to come and go, but one toy that really never seems to go out of style is the Lego. Over the weekend, thousands attended the 16th annual BrickCon at the Seattle Center. The convention features thousands of intricately crafted Lego models that will make your jaw drop. The stuff is seriously creative. And then there's the Salt Lake City mother who just might be the biggest Lego wizard of all time. Dan Rascone shows us how she's crafting a Lego empire one brick at a time.
A mother of 6 with the enthusiasm
It's magical and I love it.
of a little kid as she plays with Legos.
I mean, how fun is this? I'm playing with Lego right now.
In fact, everywhere you go in Jennifer Smart's home, there are Legos, all different shapes and sizes and colors.
I've taken over the living room, the kitchen, the dining room. I'm sprawled out in the basement as well.
With these little toy blocks, Jennifer has managed to build some incredible realistic portraits. Every kind of popular image you can think of, it seems Jennifer has done.
Okay, we're on level 183 now.
But on this day,
184.
she's just minutes away
Almost there. 186. Got one left.
from completing her ultimate masterpiece.
187. Here it comes. Did it.
Is it done?
She's done. Okay, you ready for this, guys?
A life-size, three-dimensional Wonder Woman.
And she's freestanding.
The 6-foot-tall Wonder Woman is more than 100 hours in the making, or 3 months of work.
It's amazing.
It includes more than 20,000 Lego blocks in 10 different colors.
This is so cool. Her eyes turned out really good. She's got a great face.
Jennifer built the Wonder Woman to be displayed center stage at this year's Comic-Con for all to see, just like she's done in years past with a variety of other Lego Comic-Con portraits.
Mark Hamill, we did a Lego portrait for him, and so we got to meet him too. He was really cool.
But this is a first, a life-size statue.
It's nerdy and scientific and engineering and toy and fun all wrapped in one.
It all starts with this little action figure. That, along with this Lego block, is scanned into the computer. Through the software, they're able to create this image, and Jennifer's then able to create a 6-foot Wonder Woman.
One of the things I love about Lego is you can build anything.
The Lego bug all started 3 years ago when Jennifer, who is a full-time nurse, had surgery and was home with their 3-year-old son. The two were playing Legos when she decided to do a portrait of her son using her photography skills to construct the image. Over the years, she's advanced in three-dimensional figures, doing a Yoshi and Mario. Now, with her latest masterpiece, there's no telling what Jennifer will build next.
Okay, I'm very excited. I'm very excited about this.
That's Dan Rascone reporting. And as you know, Legos are not cheap. That Wonder Woman statue costs about $2,000 in Legos, but Jennifer hopes to sell it for about $20,000 or maybe a little more. Wonder Woman was just a small part of the massive display of girl power in downtown Seattle recently. More than 12,000 people headed on down to the convention center earlier this month to channel their inner geek. Cosplay is just part of Geek Girl Con, an event dedicated to empowering women and girls to pursue their passions. If you missed it, no worries. We have a complete gallery of all the fun on our website. Coming up on Refined, we hit the cheese jackpot and go one-on-one with a record breaker.
Alex, hurry back.
Here at Seattle Refined, we never get tired of hearing from you. Like us on Facebook, tweet us your story ideas, or shoot us an email telling us what you want to see on the show. You can find our inbox at hello@seattlerefined.com. Seattle Refined will be right back. Welcome back to the show. I'm Gard Swanson. Well, Washington's largest Oktoberfest bash is history for another year. But not before hundreds made the most of all the beer and brats and celebration of German culture. The event is now in its 12th year and still going strong down in Puyallup. And it really does have something for everyone, including wiener dog races. If you couldn't make it this year, no worries. There's a full gallery on the website. We talk a lot about wine pairings on this show. But have you heard of sake pairings? Wallingford's new Japanese-inspired restaurant, Kokaku, just served up a 5-course dinner with special pairings of the fermented rice drink to celebrate World Sake Day. Sounds pretty cool. You can read all about it on the site. All right, a little known fact for you. Today is actually, I'm not kidding, National Moldy Cheese Day. Now, personally, I don't need a special day to celebrate cheese. In fact, I think every day should be a cheese party. And guess what? So does Refined's John Prentice. So we sent him down to one of the cheesiest spots in town.
Cheese, cheese, glorious cheese. Brian Gilbert is head cheesemonger for Beecher's Handmade Cheese at Pike Place Market.
Flagship Preserve is only aged 11 months, but it's wrapped in cheesecloth.
And has been peddling the addictive curds to the masses for over 10 years. Why is cheese so delicious? Because it is. It's cave mold, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Why do we eat this? Like, what was the first guy to be like, I'm going to eat that?
Well, think about this. There's so many different ways that cheese has been created, but it's fermentation. Fermented foods are amazing to us.
And cheese is loaded with fat and salt. Delicious.
There's a lot of science that goes into it, but there's also a lot of passion and art.
Michael Staley makes Beecher's cheese every day.
Milk to pasteurizer to vat, culture, rennet, cut, cook, draw, pack, cut, and roll, flip.
Let's slow that down, Michael. It all starts with milk.
Every morning, a truck drives up and we receive 40,000 pounds of milk.
Holy smokes!
And this is where we store it.
From there, the milk goes into one of these tanks, where it's cultured, has the fats and oils drawn out, and then Michael and his team turn up the heat. So what's going on in here?
We are cooking the curd. It helps firm it up, holds its shape, it gets smaller, releases more whey.
Once cooked, the excess liquid is drained out to reveal the cheese. They let it rest a moment, and then start the cheddaring process, where they cut the cheese, flip, and cut the cheese again. You have any good cheese jokes?
No.
They cut the cheese over and over, eventually ending up with little chunks, like these.
These are cheese curds. We make about 4,500 pounds a day.
Some of the curds are sold as is, but others are scooped into molds and put in a press to mature. How does aging the cheese change the flavor? And what are we looking at here?
These are curds, day one of the cheese-making process. We press and age this for a year and a half, or 11 months, or 4 years, and it becomes these different cheeses. This, for instance, is Flagship Preserve, so this is aged 11 months.
Can I taste this versus that?
Absolutely.
First, a fresh curd. There's like a really pure kind of cheese taste, if that
Exactly.
makes any sense.
Yeah, no, exactly. A lot of people say farmer's cheese or mozzarella. Now I would try one of these.
Now this is the same cheese.
Exactly. Same exact cheese, aged 11 months.
Oh, that's sharp. That's like
Yeah,
a sharp cheddar.
Essentially what we're doing is we're harnessing that knowledge over thousands of years of making cheese to create different flavors.
John Prentice, Seattle Refined.
To learn more about Beecher's Cheese, log on to our website. We'll be right back, but first, this refined, shareable moment.
As soon as we opened, we had to come up with some crazy ideas, so we came out with some crazy cream cheeses. We developed our cream cheeses from like 5 to now we're up to over 30.
It's a combination between me and my dad, my sister, my whole family. You know, our customers, our employees, everybody kind of comes up with different ideas. We haven't said no to an idea yet. Which is a vanilla glazed bagel with our sweet cream cheese and a Krispy Kreme donut in between.
French toast bagels with peanut butter swirl cream cheese and bacon and banana combinations.
We started off by making all these kind of crazy concoctions and all these crazy bagels because we knew that we didn't want to just be your good run-of-the-mill bagel store.
If you have...
Welcome back to Refined. Now, if you watch this show with regularity, you know we are just huge fans of Jeopardy, especially the voice of Jeopardy, Johnny Gilbert. And recently, Johnny notched another milestone in his already illustrious career, a Guinness World Record.
It gives me great pleasure to welcome Johnny into the record books as the longest career as a game show announcer for the same show. Johnny, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Alex.
Johnny shattered the previous record by sticking with Jeopardy for 32 years, 7 months, and 30 days. Earlier this year, I traveled down to Los Angeles and got a chance to meet Johnny one-on-one. And let me tell you, he's one cool cat.
Hi, Johnny.
If Alex Trebek is the face of Jeopardy, then executive producer Harry Friedman is the brain, and announcer Johnny Gilbert is the voice.
This is Jeopardy!
These showbiz veterans charmed their way into America's living rooms long before the iconic game show.
Welcome to my office, Garden.
I love your office, and you are the king with the microphone.
What a strategy.
Believe it or not, Johnny is in his early 90s and still going strong. And you got into broadcasting when?
Well, actually, I started back in 1959. I was really a singer. I started out as a professional singer. And then a fellow heard me singing on stage one night, and he says, yeah, I think you'd be good in television. You want to go up to New York and do some auditions?
Wow.
And so that's how I got into it, and I went ever since. You know, started doing The Price is Right with Bill Cullen and Bert Parks and Words and Music, and then just worked my way up. Did my own show once called Music Bingo.
Everybody plays Music Bingo.
So it's been my whole life. You know, I've been yelling at these people for a long time.
And you have a whole bunch of jackets to prove it.
Oh, yeah, I've got about 12 of these.
Yeah, let me see the back of this.
This is different colors. And
this is Jeopardy. Yeah, you got to love it. So how many colors did you say, 12?
About 12 of them, yeah. A friend of mine makes them for me. So I have them in satin and suede and all kinds of things.
You love your job, though.
Oh, I really do. I look forward to it. I look forward to getting here, look forward to meeting the people from all over the world. But it's not like talking to strangers. I feel like I know all these people when I get in and talk to them.
Well, they certainly know you.
Yeah, that's true. Thank God for that.
How about your relationship with announcer Johnny Gilbert?
I have no relationship with Johnny Gilbert. I never liked the guy. I don't know how he has managed to stay with us. He and I are the only two who have been with Jeopardy since the very beginning.
That's what he told me. It was great.
I take a great deal of pride in that. We are friends, and we have great respect for each other.
Jeopardy airs weeknights at 7:30 right here on Como. All right, that's going to do it for today's show. I'm Gard Swanson. We'll see you next time right here on Seattle Refined.